Alright, this is as far as we've gotten on the, I don't even know what to really call this, vertical pipe gardening. So far that's not really all that vertical. But some pieces will be vertical, like that. So I have got another piece of this perforated stuff that I think I will put up there. I've been debating with myself on whether or not to cover that front piece or not. But for now, let's go take a look at the garden, which I fertilized the other day, last night. What's that? Meow. Meow. Let's do some measuring, okay? I found another bone. I think it's a finger bone from big giants that used to inhabit this area. And here's another pipe. It's got these holes in it. Here's a couple of caps for the end that we'll drill more holes in. Now, it might not be apparent that on the end of some of these it's flared out. So my idea is that you cut the flared end off. So I hope you can understand what I'm getting at with this. It's got two sets of holes. These holes are 1/2 inch. So once it's filled with dirt, hopefully I can put a seed in each one of these or some sort of planting. And it's got to be something that, you know, has a relatively small stem that will fit in each of those. So it will grow and flower and overflow with a bounty of goodness. One thing I'd like to point out for future reference is this is one of the little planting deals that this one is obviously a fail. You know, you put water on it, it expands to this side and the size, and then you push the seed down in there and hopefully it germinates and whatever. This one didn't, but it's just here to show you the size. Okay, so this is the hole saw. And it's just like this one, only bigger. This is one I used to cut a hole in some of the other PVC pipes. Anyway, so this one is slightly bigger than that. Hopefully, in theory, when I cut holes in the pipe, these will be just big enough to plop one of those in for the planting, and the world will be a better place for it. However, I doubt that'll happen. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that for future reference. Alright, my little workbench there is magically appeared and built itself. So now let's drill some holes. And once again, slightly off center. Now the purpose of the holes is for the hose. There's the pipe, there's the caps, and let's start assembling it if we can. Alright, so here's the soaker hose. This is porous material, so when the water goes through it, it leaks out the side. And one end of it is capped off, and the other end you can put on the hose. And my idea here is that it will make a complete circuit, and I can just water everything at once. Anyway, the hose fits through the hole. Now, if I was clever, I'd be sealing all this up, but I'm not that clever. So anyway, we're going to cap off one end of the pipe. Then we're going to fit the hose through it. Coming out of the other end. Now here's a little pro tip for you. Take a springy clamp or something, clamp it onto there. The idea being that while you're filling it with dirt and fucking around with it, it will keep the hose from just sliding all the way through. Like if you accidentally pull on it or something. So we got the hose running all the way through the pipe. And now we're going to fill the pipe with dirt, or try. Now I prepared the dirt, and it's basically 1 part regular old topsoil dirt, just like what's in those bags. The other part is compost from our compost pile, and the third part is Miracle-Gro potting garden soil stuff. And it rained the other night, so the dirt is a little bit damp, and so we're going to see how that works out as far as using the funnel and getting it into the pipe, which we will attempt to do right now. Now that pipe is stuffed, and you know, some dirt is going to come out of the holes. And I found if I just take a big handful of dirt and rub it along the holes, it'll kind of pack it up again. Alright, I didn't plan ahead very well on where to put the ends of the hose as far as the connectors, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal. So now I'm going to go get some cable ties, which is what I'm going to use to hold those up there. Okay, like everything else, it's all experimental. So I'm going to use these cable ties to secure and fasten the pipes up there. Probably gonna have to double up on the cable ties, but that's okay. So hopefully I can get something to stand on to move itself over there. Alright, magic. The power of my mind. Let's see if it's stable enough to stand on. Okay, we got the zip ties. I'll try and give you a better view of what I'm doing. Taking 2 of the zip ties and making them longer. I could have bought longer zip ties, but they were considerably more expensive. So anyway, that makes it longer. So it's tied to both this one and this one. That'll help for a little added support. I might as well put something in there just to kind of help hold that up, because I don't know, maybe that's okay. And now we'll get this corner. That one is done. One more corner to do, and I'm not sure how important it is to show you all of them, but I'm going to, just to make sure you got the idea. And that's done. Got all four corners. And now, what do I do next? Maybe connect the hoses. And it goes in like that, if you can see it. See, that's where the joint is. So, presumably, the water goes through one pipe and then out and makes a circuit to the second pipe. And it does that all the way around. That is, if I don't drill through the hose when I'm drilling the holes for the seeds or plantings. That's a risk I'm going to have to take. But even if that happens, then it's not such a huge loss. There are certainly other ways to water a pipe. I'm going to show you again on this side. Make sure you got the right idea. And you see this clamp I had up there that kept the hose from going all the way through. And hopefully I didn't crimp that to the point where it's whatever. Anyway, right about there. Kind of a shame that I have to cut that much off. Alright, see how that goes from one to another. Now I'm going to get the other two corners and then figure out how I'm going to hook it to the garden hose. And now we are ready for the moment of truth. We've got the garden hose hooked up to a Y thing. I've got the other side shut off. And it goes up and up and up to where it joins with the soaker hose, which presumably makes a complete circuit around the whole thing. Now I'm going to go turn the water on. Well, we know for a fact that the water goes that far. I'm going to have to do some reconfigurations. And we're ready to give it another try. In a minute now it should start dripping on this corner. Now I think with a few more modifications, all will be well. And but prove that my theory does work. I will be making a few modifications involving the hoses mostly, and you can see why it's kind of critical to keep the water pressure low, but just high enough to keep pushing the water through the hose. And you don't want to over water the dirt, and you don't want to wash all the soil out of the tubes. So I might block up and kind of seal off these end holes, because that's where most of it will wash out. But as far as it leaking around the corner things, I'm not so sure that that's such a bad thing, because you want to water everything below anyway. So that's that. That fundamental stage of the construction is done. I might add a few more braces to kind of shore things up. And now I just continue filling it in with dirt wherever I can find it. And yeah. So I'll start cleaning up the mess, and I'll see you next time. And here is the cat's meow.